Doyle, one of the featured teachers from the film and book, The Secret. And what we do here is we talk about how to take your brain. Don't worry, we do not have to remove it. We just leave it where it is. But we take it and its current state, we get in there and we change it. Again, no scalpel or blood is involved here. We change it through intention and new thoughts and various processes so that it functions in a way that you then are driven into action, a different kind of action than perhaps you take on normally because of, I don't know, beliefs you have or some old conversations or old stories that are that occur as wiring in your brain, and so you go into autopilot. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we talk about. Now, personal transformation is this journey that we embark upon. Not everybody does, by the way. If you're here, you're in a small percentile, because it's amazing to me how many people don't even know that personal development is a thing, that you can actually change any aspect of your life. There are lots and lots of people who just do not know that basic fact. So that's what we talk about here. But what we learn through taking on personal transformation is that sometimes it feels challenging, and for many people the feeling associated with challenge is enough to make them quit transforming. And they tell themselves things like, oh, I was silly to try, or I don't know how to do this, or who am I to do this, or they were right about me, or this was just a goofy idea, whatever. That's just some of the wiring that can occur that can stop somebody from doing it. Other wiring that can occur to stop someone is, the reactions of other people around them, like their family or their friends start to freak out or whatever, and then it triggers something in them, the person trying to do the transformation, and again, they stop. So my question is, what makes you quit? Is it a certain amount of time that you feel like something should take? And if it doesn't take place in that amount of time, you say, well, I guess it's not going to happen, or the universe doesn't want it for me, or I'm just not going to figure this out, or it's not worth the time that it's taking. Is that your thing? Is it a number of tries? Well, all right, I'll give this like 3 tries, or it may not be that specific, but it's like after a while you realize, I've tried this enough. I've tried this 4, 5, 6 times. I've tried this 10 times, and I just keep getting the same results, and so I'm gonna give up, right? And then again, there's the stuff from the outside. Do you get to a certain point where you start to notice the reactions of other people, and you start to doubt yourself? Like, what is it that makes you quit? Hey, just a quick interruption. If you like what you see here, be sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so we can let you know the next time we post a video like this. All right, moving forward. So we get time and you become discouraged. So here's the thing to know, is that it's taken you your entire life to get exactly where you are now. All this wiring that has occurred, some intentional, some not intentional, most of the stuff that's stopping us has been unintentional wiring, letting in messages from the outside about our limitations, etc. Get in there and define our beliefs. And so we also have been told things that somehow we've got this mindset that things need to happen quickly, or they need to happen in a certain amount of time. And if they don't happen in this certain amount of time, then they aren't going to happen. That's all just nonsense. And there are countless examples. I mean, there are so many things. Technology, for example, that has been worked on, thousands and millions of iterations to get it where it is today. They didn't give up after 5 times and say, well, I guess there's not going to be an iPhone. No, I mean, you just keep going until you get it. That's how it works. It's like, I use the example all the time of walking and talking and things like that. You never stop to think, you know what, this is just too hard. This is taking too long. I'm not gonna do it. It's just too long, and I'm frustrated. I'm 4 months old. I still can't carry on a conversation. It's clearly 4 months I've been here, and I still can't talk. It's clearly not meant for me. And look at all these people. They're all walking and stuff, and all I can do is barely crawl. Obviously, I'm a loser, right? But that's how we think as adults. We've got it crammed down our throats that it should take 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 90 days, however many days, or whatever your parameter is that has become a part of your wiring, or a certain number of tries or whatever, or a certain emotional threshold. Like, I will try this until I start feeling this uncomfortable, and then I will stop. What you're not getting is that all of those things that make you stop are your greatest gifts in your personal transformation if you notice them. If you get out of reaction mode and step into observation mode of, oh, this is stopping me, this belief, this feeling, this person, this number of tries, this idea that I have that it should take, this is stopping me from going forward. But if I were to go forward, maybe I'll still get other feedback than what I want, but I can use that information and I'll eventually get there. So thank you for all of this information that if I wasn't taking any action and not trying at all, I would get none of, and I would never, ever, ever, ever get to my goal. So I do these things, I get this response, I adjust, I do these things, I get this response. If it takes me 50,000 times, yeah, okay, well, the option is you do it 50,000 times and then you get it, or you do it 4 times, quit, and never get it. Those are your choices. So whatever you're rationalizing, however you rationalize stopping, slowing, not doing a thing, whatever the thing that you just have to recognize that that's just old wiring resisting growing. And when you can recognize it and say, it's the wiring, then you can make other choices, as difficult as it can feel sometimes because of the wiring. But when you know that all you have to do is not quit to get some, it just makes sense. Using the iPhone as an example, do you think that they sat around and said, well, all right, we're gonna do this iPhone thing, but only if it only takes a year to create, right? And we get it in 12 times. But that is how many of us approach our own goals. Completely unrealistically, has nothing to do with reality or how things work. We just create these made up parameters. Well, if it takes me 10 tries and I can't do it, then obviously it wasn't meant to be. Who said that? Who? You did. And now you've made it true, because you will stop after 10 times and you won't get your thing, and you'll say, yeah, see, I'm so smart. I knew when to quit. Huh? If you look at the logic of the decisions that stop you, and you get them out of your head, because it's all ego and wiring. It all feels true in the moment to you, but if you can look at it from the outside looking in, it's totally, there's no truth to it. And the other reason that people stop is because they're just not clear enough on why they want this thing, which is huge, because if you are in fact, and this is a basic tenet of why I am teaching what I'm teaching now, as opposed to the law of attraction stuff, is because I want you to be creating goals from the mindset of the future you, not the mindset of this person who has attracted all the stuff they're trying to change, because your vibration will be totally different, but so will your goals and the reasons behind them and your whys. You want to step into being that successful version, the hooray at the end, and start embodying that behavior now, not then, because that's what's going to create the changes in your reality, because you're going to be different, so the universe has to respond differently. The people around you have to respond differently. Different actions, different results. So if you're taking action that's in alignment with the person that you know you need to be to get those responses, then you're going to get those responses eventually. But there's this process of chipping away at that and creating the new wiring and the discomfort that comes up and the feelings of wanting to quit. So when those moments come, do you quit? Or do you say, oh, there's that moment, there's that wiring, that's that trigger. Okay, I got triggered by this thing that they said. Let me work on that wiring using any number of a set of tools that are available out there. I know Bob Doyle makes them available in his Boundless Living Challenge. You can't quit and expect to get there. You can't quit and expect to get there. And you're not allowed to be bummed about not getting there if you quit. I mean, people are, but you're really not. There's no justification in that. You're the one who quit. What are you mad at, exactly? Thanks for the confirmation. Just acted on something I felt I needed to do, as there was an insecure part of me in there. I see this, and I know it is the right for being who I want to be. Right, taking bold action from the future you. the world won't know what hit it. But, you know, it does take the support. And that's the other thing about quitting is that people don't have a support system. They try to do this all themselves, and they don't have the support, and all they have is the people that they've attracted into their life up to this point, who have all of their beliefs and ideas about you and will reflect them back to you, especially if you start to change. So when that happens, how good are you in the face of that? A lot of people aren't good at all. So where do you go? You got to have a community, you got to have support, you got to have some coaching. You have to have another set of eyes when you're taking on this kind of personal transformation, because the whole premise is that you're looking through you're looking at the world through a very specific lens, and that's what's creating the meaning that you're giving to everything, and thus the action you're taking. So if you're going to transform, you need to have somebody to help you from the outside say, this is what you're doing now. How about this? Because you won't occur to you necessarily otherwise, because you're all in your wiring. So that's why we have the TPT quiz, the Transformation Personality Type quiz. That's what the Boundless Living Challenge exists for, is for you to get in there, get that clarity, have that support, be that person, and forget how many tries. And you just don't quit. You just don't quit. And we keep you plugged into why you're not quitting, Who do you need to be? How does it feel? How awesome is this? Reminders every day. It's important. Hey, it's Bob here. If you got value out of what you saw here, please click the like button so that we know what kind of videos we can keep making for you. Also, if you're new to the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, well, I invite you to do that. It's just one click of a button, and click the notification bell so that you'll know the next time we upload a video. In the meantime, share this with friends and family that you care about, and if you'd like to catch up on some of the other stuff we've done here over the years, just click either of these videos. It'll be a good start for you. We'll see you next time.